visit here.
Okay. And what, obviously for you, are important international festival? Which one is the most important? Is this one?
For when it comes to music business, I think the only important ones are IMS, which is Ibiza, and they're starting to do it in LA, and this year they're going to be doing it in Southeast Asia as well in December, and ADE. I think they're the most important ones and the most relevant ones.
In Ibiza we saw you play twice, Deep Dish I'm talking about. Are you planning to do it again?
In Ibiza?
In Ibiza, or like...
Yeah, I mean, we did this year, because our individual schedules were already sort of mapped out when we launched Deep Dish. We could only do like maybe 10 or 15 shows, and Ibiza was always something that we wanted to do, and Space offered us the opening and closing, which we thought was perfect because I was already really, really busy with my other Enter residency and DC-10 and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, we're exploring next year doing something a bit more regular, you know, maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that. And we've had some interesting conversations with different venues and different promoters and different DJs that we want to do it with. I guess hopefully we'll figure all that out by the end of the year. But next year, definitely the focus is going to be like more Deep Dish, more of my live show, you know, and we're going to have our individual careers sort of in between that.
You inspired a lot of DJs and a lot of like people in the music industry. Who is the most, you know, inspiring person or like DJ or like anything to do with music for you?
There's so many. I mean, Richie Hawtin, who's a good friend of mine, he's always like inspired me to push, always not become complacent and not to just like be content with where I am, but to always try to push the envelope and push myself forward, push the scene forward. You know, Sven Väth has always been an inspiration. Guys like Laurent Garnier, Carl Cox. One of the guys that's playing tonight for the hybrid show, because I curated the lineup for the whole show, is a guy named Adrian Sherwood, who's like a dub reggae, legendary dub reggae producer who also worked with like Depeche Mode and Nine Inch Nails and all these like incredible bands that I grew up listening to as a teenager. And I actually met Adrian when I was like 16 in Washington D.C. when he was in town to perform with a project. And what I heard that night changed me forever. Like it showed me that sound and what you can create in that kind of environment, a club environment, whatever. It has no limitations. You can, you know, I was like in another planet when he was playing, and for me to be able to be in a position where he's playing at my show all these years later is like a crazy feeling.
We are talking about technology. Which one is your favorite one in terms of like, you know, whatever you're using when you play or whatever you're using at home?
I think like the iPhone, the iPad, laptops have really changed everything drastically for us. As far as new technology, you know, the fact that you have like smart homes, you know, you can create or control every function in your home, or you know, I was with a promoter who has an Audi, who has an app and can tell his Audi to park in a parking space with an iPhone app, which is insane when you think about it. So technology is both scary and exciting, so it's great.
We know that you like to cook.
Yeah.
If anyone,
I think I like to eat more than I like to cook. Yeah.
But if someone will ask you to be part of like a TV show, would you like? What would you?
It's too much pressure. Like you know, I have a lot of friends and other chef friends and stuff like that who've always said, "Hey, you should do your own like travel show because you travel a lot and you're able to eat. So it just makes sense to have a TV crew follow you around." I don't know, maybe in Ibiza, yeah. I guess if and when I became more confident on camera or more confident about speaking about food and cultures and all these other things, maybe it's a possibility worth exploring.
Okay. That's it.
Cool.